lots of positive benefits to having the whole world at our fingertips, but all of our smartphones, tablets, computers create a major strain on our eyes.
That's right. Here to help us recognize the signs of a problem and what to do to prevent them is co-founder and director of the Technology Wellness Institute. It's Dr. Melissa Westendorf. And she's also the author of this book, Unplug, Raising Kids in a Technology-Addicted World. Welcome back. Good to see you again.
Good to see you as well.
My kids see that book next to my bed. They're like, why do you have this book?
Yeah.
It's good for them. They just don't realize it.
Exactly. I like that.
You know, I don't think anyone would disagree or hasn't heard that reading, especially late at night, or spending too much time on the screen is bad for our eyes. But there's some serious scientific proof behind the problems that it has for us too. And screen time it should have a number to it, right? Are there different numbers for adults versus children or teens?
Well, what they're recommending is anywhere between 1 to 2 hours per day, but that's not reality. So you think about that more for your kids, but that's not reality for us because a lot of us work on the computer for either our work or grocery shopping. I now do online, all sorts of stuff we do online. And so it's more about using techniques to help eliminate some of those problems that have started up because of all this digital use that we have.
It makes me nervous. I always tell my kids, especially when I feel like they're on their computers or whatever too much, I'm like, your brains are turning to mush.
I know.
Hurry up, turn it off. So how much screen time realistically does the average adult get versus kids? Are there studies that show now how much we're looking at screens?
Well, it looks like we're up to about 9 hours a day. And so if you think about, engineers, or I write reports a lot, so I'm on the computer just for that. So if I include all the other stuff I do, it's at least 9 hours a day. And so really for kids, I've always recommended 1 hour to 2 hours. But we know that with school, they have homework. They have these Chromebooks now that they're getting to do their homework at home. So the techniques to help, what's happening is we're getting digital eye strain because of all of this use.
Let's talk about the problems, because I think sometimes people might say, oh, is this just us not catching up with the times? Is this us fearful of technology? These are real problems that are happening. So kind of go through some of them, even just in general, itchy, burning, tired eyes.
Right. So it's a constellation of symptoms. It's the itchy eyes, the burning eyes. You can have double vision or blurred vision. You can have...
This is while you're looking at the screen or while you look away?
Well, it can be both.
Okay.
It can be both. So, for example, there's a loss of focus. So if you're concentrating on a screen that's up close to you and it's too long and you look away, you'll see that the distance is blurry, and that's your eyes trying to have to adjust to it. But it also includes neck pain. There's some doctors call it text neck. So it's because you're looking down and it's hurting your spine and your neck because you're looking down.
Hold
and then also headaches.
Hold it up here to text.
That's one of the recommendations, is that it should be about eye level. So really we should be doing things about right here with our phones, which is not what we do, but it's what we should do.
Look over your shoulder at the table next to you and see what you're writing.
Especially when we're driving, right? You got to hold it way down.
Oh, hey!
Totally joking.
Going under.
Okay, headaches, fatigue, or loss of focus, blurred or double vision. And I honestly think the older that we get, the more you see signs of this. Because honestly, when I go from my computer to my phone texting to, say, a piece of paper with words on it, that's where I'm just like, whoa. I mean, it takes my eyes so much longer to readjust.
Absolutely. And so there's two parts to that. The blue light, or the wavelength of light that is emitted by all of these screens, actually penetrates deeper into the eye. And so what they're seeing is that there's retinal damage at the cellular level. It's really aging our eyes, these blue lights. And, we need the sky to stay awake, and humans were awake during the day. But at night, that's when our melatonin is released. But we're preventing that from happening because of all these blue screens. So I know it's aging our eyes, but I think also as we get older, we have some of these difficulties. I know I thought I had allergy eyes for a couple of years, and as I was learning more about this and researching more about this, I realized I have this digital eye strain because I felt like almost gravel in my eyes
Yeah.
because of all the computer use.
Huh. Okay, so what can we do to prevent it? There was just a couple weeks ago, we actually gave the tip on the show that you're about to give, and it's a rule of 20-20-20. And I think it's one of those things people can start to remember and think about. What is it?
Right, so with the 20-20-20, you want to, every 20 minutes, you want to look up at a distance of about 20 feet for 20 seconds.
Okay.
And when you do that, I also actually encourage you, because what happens is when we're looking at things really close, we blink less often. That's why they're drying out. And then in the offices, we have dry air. So what you want to do is then blink really slowly, kind of the falling asleep blink, about 10 times when you do that. I also encourage people to take a little Post-it note or something and put the word blink on your computer just to remember to blink, because that's why our eyes hurt, is we're not blinking.
That happens even just watching movies sometimes for me. You know, if you get real invested. And with contact wearers, you can really feel that pretty quickly. And
they're showing that contact wearers maybe have more digital eye strain because of...
I'm sure.
They're already working so hard to begin with.
Right.
Really quick, when should eye exams start for kids? Because I notice our pediatrician is doing them fairly regularly now.
You can start, what they recommend is at 6 months, and then for the baseline, then you can do at age 3, and then they hit age 5. And if you have to correct, then once a year. But after that, if you're not having to correct, then like 1 to 2 years is good for kids.
Okay, but have them checked regularly. 1 to 2
They
years
should
is
be.
fairly regularly.
Yes.
People can find out more about all the wonderful things that you do. TechnologyWellnessCenter.com. A lot of research going on there so that we understand how this age of information is affecting us and our kids. Visit TechnologyWellnessCenter.com to find out more. Always great to see you, Doctor.
Nice to see you as well.
Thank you so much for your time.